everyone. Good night, good night, good night. Thank you guys so much for taking time of your out of your schedule to be on this call. My name is Shakila Wright, also known as Supermom, and tonight it is my pleasure to welcome my mentor and coach, Richard. He is a man of integrity. He is one of the most, let's say, instrumental persons in my life on this financial freedom journey that I am on. He has been trading for 7 plus years. He also is in direct contact with the president of Iconic, and he is one of the best persons, I believe, to bring this opportunity to you guys. This guy has been all over the world, actually. He has been mentoring and coaching our entire team and adding value to us, not only in trading, but also in the financial literacy aspect. And I am so happy and grateful that we actually had him on this call tonight with you guys. He is a six-figure earner. So I'm telling you guys right now, get your pens, get your papers, be ready to take a note and pay full attention to him. Coach, are you on?
I am on the call. I am. Thank you so much, Shakila, for that awesome intro.
No
Appreciate you
problem.
tremendously in everything you're doing. Keep up the good work. Keep impacting lives. Keep bringing the energy and keep uplifting people. We're here to serve, and I'm very proud of what you're doing and the entire team. So, guys, good evening. Good evening. Good evening. If you are not in a quiet space, please, guys, get in a quiet space. This is about to be the best 30 minutes of your life for 2025. I'm not kidding. This call is going to give you a conscious interrupt, something that a lot of people need, and sometimes you don't get it that often. Okay? What I'm going to do, I'm going to help brainwash you, literally, by washing your brain. And that is what people need sometimes in life. I got my brain washed when I was 24 years of age, okay, 14 years ago. And it was the best brainwash I've ever had. You see, because when I grew up with only one way of thinking. I did a lot of physics, maths, through the maths, sciences in school. And right after getting my degree, I realized that this could not be all to life. The 40-40-40 plan. A lot of people do not know what this 40-40-40 plan is because they don't break it down to you. We are all we have all been brainwashed to think that this is one way to live. And because we have been doing it for so long, guys, and because the people they call us commoners. The commoners because we are common. They're all alike. There are people who do extraordinary things, which is extraordinary. They're ordinary people. They just do extra. That's why they're called extraordinary people. It's because they're not common. They do not settle to the status quo and they think a little. That's why this book, the first book I read that gave me a big impact was Think and Grow Rich. Yes, think and grow rich. Not do and grow rich, not work and do rich. Just think. And this is what a lot of people don't understand that you need to think. And you have been thinking a certain way for how many years now? So my goal this evening is to help you to give you that conscious interrupt so that you can start to think a little differently, jar your thoughts so that now you can probably take different actions. And if you take different actions, you might get different results. Are you okay with that? Okay. So this is not going to be a convincing call. This is going to be an opportunity call. And I'm going to help you to see that you can potentially get to the next level, but it's going to start with the way you think. Okay. I had, as I said, my brain washed at 24. My coach and mentor, who is the president of this company, ladies and gentlemen, he introduced me to this company just over a year ago. And it has been the best opportunity I have ever came across in a very long time, guys. Now, one thing about me and our community is that we stand for integrity, as Shakila said, and we don't put our names on any type of thing that doesn't make sense. Okay? Credibility is everything to us. So I'm going to share with you how this company is different. Maybe some of you on this call have had bad experiences with companies. I don't want you to bring bad experiences into what you're seeing this evening. Okay? It's the same way that maybe you had a spouse or you had a girlfriend or boyfriend and you had a bad experience with them. Did it stop you from getting another girlfriend and boyfriend or picking up another spouse? Okay? It doesn't have to. So just learn the lessons from the experiences, but don't bring the garbage or the not the garbage, but don't bring the baggage, I would say, into your next season of life. All right. This season, I'm going to share with you how you could prevent yourself from getting wrong information. And I'm going to show you why this company is the best company there is right now for you to get to the next level. One of the things I will tell you is that we have a disclaimer: there are no guarantees here. You don't give me any of your money. You don't give anybody any of your money. Not even the person who invited you. You don't give them any money. You don't put money on any company's platform. Nothing like that. So feel very secure, feel very at ease to know that you're just going to get the right information, and it will lead you to take different actions, and you'll get different results in life. Fair enough? So I'm just going to do for you what I wish you would have done for me, as I always tell people. If I was seeing this for the very first time, so I can make a logical decision. Yes, you're going to get emotional about what you're going to see here. You're going to feel excited. You're going to feel, you know, through the moon. You mightn't even be able to sleep tonight. Okay. And I expect that. So the name of the company is Iconic. And I will just share with you where I came from. I used to work 14 years ago for the Ministry of Energy in Trinidad and Tobago. I've lived all over the world, guys. I've been back in this little island about 4 years now. Probably this is now 2025, so 5 years now, roughly going on 5 years. And it's an absolute pleasure to be back here. But I've been very disturbed by the amount of, and I would let the elephant out of the room, scams that they have been passing around the country. There are people who want something real. There are people who want to think long term. And there are people who are working very hard in this nation and around the world, because we have multiple people on this call. And people just want something real. Now, I was not the same person you're seeing speaking to you this evening 14 years ago. I had a job. I was very reserved to myself. I did not like public speaking. I didn't like sales. I didn't like all of the things. And that is what kept me broke. Okay. And I thought to myself, I'm intelligent enough to learn new sets. Okay. Or as the 40-40 plan, that can't be it. So the 40-40 plan, guys, is what most people are in. You work for 40 hours a week, 8 to 4. Okay. 8 hours, 5 days a week is typically without overtime, 40 hours a week for 40 years of your life. This is called the economically active population, where most people tend to get employed around, say, 25, and you retire at around 65. That's 40 years. And then you retire on 40% of your income, which is called your pension, when in reality, guys, you couldn't even survive on the 100% of your income for those 40 years. Okay? Where you always had more month than money, and you couldn't wait for the end of the month. It's 24th of April right now, and people can't wait for their paycheck at the end of the month. What type of life is that? You could pretty much tell the end of the storybook from now. So what are we doing differently to help limit the bills? Well, not limit the bills, but don't try to limit the bills, guys. Increase the income. What are you doing to increase the income? Because anytime your income goes up, you're also going to have bigger bills. So you're never going to get away from Mr. Bill. He will knock on your door all the time. You have to become more valuable. So what I like to focus on, ladies and gentlemen, is letting people understand that it doesn't matter what I share with you this evening, the opportunity. What matters is if you are ready to elevate your thoughts, become more valuable, so that value attracts money. That is my goal for everyone who hears my voice, to add value to people when they leave a call or they leave our in-person sessions, whatever it should be. We just want to add more value. Okay? Not take from people. That is what happened to me when I met the right person 14 years ago, who poured into me new skill sets, added value to my life. He's my mentor and coach, and that is the person who introduced me to this company just over a year. And that is what led me down a path in life where I have more time, I have more money, and that is the best two assets, guys, you could have in life: time and money. Okay. Some of you on this call might have been making a lot of money already. That's fine. You have money. But some of you don't have time. You still don't own your time. If you work at 8 to 4, those 8 hours, that's not your time. You are owned by that company or that organization. They own you. Okay. That's why people cannot set goals if you're an employee, because you could never go out and live. That is what goals are really: to get out there and live, to do things. But if you don't own your time, it's very hard. And that's why people always cry, I have no time. But to have no time and to have no money, that's the worst place you could be in. And I know none of you on this call are like that. You gotta have something. All right. And I hope is that you have money and not much time and you want to make a transition. So as I've traveled around the world, I've been helping people to understand that you could make a change in your life immediately from the way that you think. And it doesn't matter the opportunity, even if it's not this one, you could go and become very valuable, open a business, and become so valuable that you bring in so many customers because if you focus on the right things, money will be a byproduct. Okay. So I had to do that, change my mindset, change the way I thought about myself, change my friends, change my circle, and all of that helped me to change my zip code, to change the way I looked, to change the way I spoke, and it has elevated my life. Okay, guys. Now you're gonna hear from some other people that we're gonna share the opportunity. We're sharing that we have partnered with. Sorry, and my wife and I both we are both involved in the opportunity. This is my ride or die partner, and she has always been an inspiration to me. Some of you might have come across her, Millionaire Kelly, and she's a go getter. She's someone that doesn't procrastinate. If it's one thing, zero procrastination. She thinks quick, says, okay, this is what we're going to do, action. That's where most people fault. They say they have to sleep and think about things, and that's why she gets results very quickly. She's an action doer. That's it. That's the major thing I would tell you about Millionaire Kelly. Anything she puts her mind to, it just manifests because she takes the action. You know, they say faith without works is dead. That's true. So you could have all the faith in the world, but God is never going to come down and do the work for you. You have to get up and do it. So the opportunity I'm going to share with you this evening is going to require work. I say all this because the work that is required, that is the guarantee, guys. The guarantee is that you will have the results, you will reap the results based on your effort. Okay? Fair enough. Now let's get into this. We're going to talk about high paying skill sets this evening. I'm going to be very quick and make sure and take notes. If you do not understand everything I'm saying, because you won't understand everything, make sure and take notes. And I could tell you that it doesn't matter if you understand everything. That is why you will get involved and you will learn and take baby steps. Okay, so you do not need to have any previous knowledge. You're going to learn a high paying skill set and also become, if you choose to, a very valuable person to society. Okay, a leader of leaders. Okay, not followers like TikTok and Instagram with followers. No, you'll be a leader of leaders. Okay, so who are we? We are a community of entrepreneurs, and the mission is to help millions of people. This company, ladies and gentlemen, helped millions of people before I even got here. I was attracted to the company because of their mission, the vision, and what they stand for, and the leadership. So we are going to talk about how the world has been evolving, and I'm going to break it down very layman terms for you to understand. You see these companies on the stream, the screen here: Netflix, Uber, Amazon, Airbnb. Locally in Trinidad and Tobago, we have rideshare. I've come to realize TT rideshare, which is the equivalent of Uber. And one of the things you have to know in life, guys, even if some of you have tried to learn this high paying skill set before, maybe you've tried with a different company, maybe it didn't work out. That is okay. Okay, it is okay. Sometimes you just didn't have the right environment and the right educators. All right, but it's not okay to drop and stop learning one of the most high paying skill sets in the world. It is worth it, guys. It is worth it. So, just like Uber, you don't have to be the first. Uber was the first to replace taxis with the way that we travel today. They don't own a single car, guys. TT Rideshare showed up after, and there's some others, Lyft in America. And that is to say, you don't have to be the innovator to make money. You could be the duplicator to make money. This is something my coach taught me years ago. He said, Rich, you don't have to be the smartest person in the room. You just have to see what's working and follow the clues. So the world is changing today. People are making obscene amounts of money through digital spaces and how businesses are evolving. And because some people are stuck in the way that they think, the topic for tonight is the way you think, guys. Because some people are stuck in the Stone Age way that we think, they will become obsolete. They will never become significant and they will never disrupt the world. Netflix, everyone is on Netflix. I remember back in the day when cable TV just came out. We only had 3 stations long ago when I was growing up in the Caribbean here: TTT, um, I think TV4 and TV6. Right? 3 stations. And the television, we used to turn it back on up, click, 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 and then we have to adjust it and hit the TV so that we could take away all the static just to see. And then there was an evolution, cable TV. I didn't have cable TV for a long while, guys. Everybody talking about the latest shows, and I was like, what I'm talking about. So I was the misfit, all right? And then now we have Netflix. By a press of a button, you have access to so many things. It's recorded. You could play it at your own time. You could rewind it. I mean, the world is evolving. So why aren't human beings evolving? We are supposed to be the dominant species on it, but they limit you by the way that you think, and they enslave you. That's why Bob Marley said mental slavery is a serious thing. And that is why I don't get caught up when people say, oh, I've tried it, it didn't work, and all of the old talk. People don't realize how powerful you are as a human being. You could learn anything. So this evening, you're going to learn how you could learn a high paying skill set that is current in the world we live in so that you could enjoy making money and having time freedom. Okay? This company gives you a global reach. For those of you who are into business on this call, you need to be global. We live in an era where from your phone, I mean, it's crazy how you could use WhatsApp to do international calls for free. I remember having to go into those places on phone places to international calls, and it used to be in Citygate just to call abroad. Life has changed so quickly, and they don't ask for your permission. Life changes, and you have to adapt. So, what is going to be happening in the world today is that a lot of young people, too, guys, are going to realize, like myself, I still think I'm young, are going to realize that, hey, the way that we have been brought up, go to school, get your grades, graduate, get a job, that system is obsolete, in terms of earning income, in terms of making money. It is proven because you could look at probably your grandparents, your parents, and you could probably, the majority of them, and say, are they doing extremely well? The majority are struggling. And that is what we have been taught to believe. Now, I'm not bashing the education and jobs. I'm just saying that for those who have desires and goals, those who are sick and tired of being sick and tired of doing the same thing, you need to have an opportunity. And that is what I did. I saw the opportunity. I took advantage of the opportunity. I didn't procrastinate. And I applied myself full-heartedly. Okay? Now, the gentleman on the left, Mr. Edwin Haynes, that is the president of the company coach, for my wife and I both. And he was the gentleman who thought of me, thank God he did, to share with me the services of this company, which has helped myself and my wife to become even more profitable in the trading space. Okay, we've been trading for about 8 years now, guys. And in the last year, over a year now, being with the company, we have seen so much more progress. And it is truly a blessing what the company has done just for us as customers. I'm not talking about anybody else. I don't care. Even if you don't join today, it doesn't matter to us, guys. Why I say that is because we know what the value brings with the company, because the education and the services are next to none. So this company was established in the United States 5 years ago. The company, the organization at the bottom left, Inc. 5000, brings credibility to these three gentlemen and what they have been doing. Inc. 5000 is one of the most reputable organizations that recognizes, that looks at the top 5,000 companies in the United States and looks at their progress and how much disruption they have done. And this organization was number one. Number one, guys, out of the top 5,000 in the United States. You can't beat that. So Mr. Hassan, the CEO, he was just messaging me how he was on a flight to Dubai, and he's so excited about the new services and things that are going to be released. Some of you are going to be very happy that this man exists, Hassan Mahmoud. I'm grateful for him because God is using him as a vessel to deliver abundance to people of the world. That's how I view it. He's just a vessel. Okay? Mr. Haynes, he's a vessel too that connected us to this service to make us even more profitable. And now you're hearing my voice because I'm being used as a vessel to pour information and value into you so that you might now see progress too as well. Okay? The financial markets. This is what we're going to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. Forex, stocks, and crypto. Now, I have about, let's say, three types of people on this call. I have people who know nothing about the financial markets. Maybe you're like me, a science-based student, don't care about accounting, none of those things, POA, POB, none of that, right? You know nothing about the financial markets, okay? And guys, you don't need to know maths to do this, right? So if you're not a math whiz, don't worry, you don't need to know maths, okay? There's also people on this call who have tried to trade and you have failed because probably you tried it on your own, you didn't have a good community, you didn't have a good educator, you didn't give it enough time, and you thought to yourself, you know what, I could have done it on my own, but it didn't work out. Okay? You probably didn't even spend the last 14 years or even 5 years or 8 years, as much time as you would have spent in primary school, diligently, 8 to 4, learning this high paying skill set. This skill set here, guys, was stolen from you for a reason. They will never teach you this, nor your kids, from elementary school anywhere up, because you will never have to work a job. That is why we're passionate about what we do, because we are really empowering people with the education. Then there are persons on this call who are profitable traders. But guess what? A full cup, a full cup cannot grow. And I had to realize that too. And that's what made me learn stock options just in the last bootcamp we had 3 months ago, which has helped us to even learn a new skill set. So you have to be a student always. You cannot come with egos into this community. You'll quickly be dismissed. And you cannot be it's a very judgment-free community we have, filled with knowledge and people who want to grow. That is the type of community that fosters, growth and development for people at all levels. Okay? Then you have crypto. Crypto is the new emerging internet 2.0. If you are not learning about crypto right now, you're obsolete already. You're outdated. Okay? You can't stop it, guys. This is how the world is moving. So I'm encouraging you to learn the skill sets, and this is the vehicle I'm going to share with you to do that. All right. Now we have mobile apps available, and these apps are just to facilitate ease of use to help get the information to you. So the Iconic app brings to you a technology called Swipe to Trade, and for those who do not know about trading, this can help you. You just have to swipe your finger when the trade comes through, because we have some traders who would send you trades. And if you swipe to trade, it puts it into your broker account. Now, as I talk about trading, guys, I want to help you understand what is legitimate and what is not. Okay? Some people tell me, yeah, I was with this company, I was trading, learning to trade and stuff, and they promised me some returns and, they ran away with my money. I said, what did you learn about trading? You mean putting your money on somebody's platform? That was trading? That is not trading. So people have a wrong idea about trading. A lot of people who have been scammed, all they did was hand their hard-earned money over to people who promised them returns, and they put it on their platform that the company probably own, that the CEO probably pulled together some weird broker that unregulated, and then they bust out and leave, and they leave you with nothing. So yes, it's your fault, but it's also not your fault. They do not teach people how to look and how to recognize legitimate trading systems from those that are scams. So it will tell me, guys, at the end of this call, you will not get scammed again. Because now you should know, never give your money to people who promise you those returns, and you have to put your money on their platform. Never do that, guys. In this trading space, you do not do that. Okay? Unless you're engaging with a hedge fund, okay, which is approved by the SEC and above board. You do not hand it over to people. All right. In real trading, you set up your own brokerage account. Okay. So you get a regulated broker. There are thousands of brokers. If you don't know one, we can help. We help our community set up their brokerage account. That's like your secure bank account. And what the company does, all you're paying for with this company, Iconic, is education and services that can help you make money while you're learning to acquire the skill set on your own to become an independent trader. So Swipe to Trade is one of those services where it connects to your broker account. And when you swipe to accept the trade, which is semi-automatic, so this works in first world countries as well, because in the United States and Canada, they do not allow full automation. Okay, no automated trading is allowed. This is semi-automated, so it's allowed. You could swipe, and it will trade in your trading account for you, and it will do everything for you guys. So any profits that you make, that's there for your withdrawal. That broker you set up has nothing to do with Iconic. That is a separate entity. And that is how it should be done. And all trading should be done that way. You should never have to give people your money. So next time you are trying to say, well, that looks like one of those things that I tried. It's not. I'm telling you right, it's not. Okay? Don't. I mean, people look kind of foolish when they try to tell you things, and I know that they don't know. So I try to educate people all the time so that they make wiser decisions. Okay. Now, the academy that we have is just like school, guys. If it had this academy at university, I would have dropped all of my minors and my major completely, because I was just going to school to learn how to make money, But the way that we've been brought up, they train you to go get a job at 8 to 4 to make linear income, which ties it to your time, which is the lowest level of income. Okay? You need to think bigger than that. This academy here teaches you how to make income from the most lucrative markets in the world, which is trillions of dollars. You're going straight to the money. The banks do this, hedge funds do this, your government is doing this, but they will never educate you about it. And that is why people all the time complain in life, but don't complain about what you allow. If you have the opportunity to upgrade yourselves, do not complain about what you allow, guys. All right? This is another app we have called Solex. Solex is an app where the traders interact with you personally, and they send you trades, they send you Zoom links for when they come on live so you could engage with them as well, make money live with them, things like that. And this space is very exciting, guys. It's so exciting that every day people are joining because they see how legitimate we are. They realize, wait, I could learn here, and they could think long term. We also have incorporated artificial intelligence with our AI scanning tool. This tool, I think I could share it with you. I think I have it up. One sec. This tool, as you see on my screen here, this tool scans the market for you. Let's see if we have something up here, if it's loaded. And it gives you the entry, the take profit, and the stop loss. Okay, so let's look at this trade here. This is the Monero scanner. Everyone will have access to this. It literally scans the market for you, and it gives you potential entry points where to enter right here. Stop loss, it gives you the number for the stop loss to protect your account, and it gives you the take profit 1, take profit 2, a successful trade. Trading is not hard, ladies and gentlemen. People overcomplicate this thing. It's not hard, it's just new, and anything new requires time to learn, just like riding a bike. Okay, you'll be popping wheelies on the markets very soon. So, beautiful thing. All you need is 3 things in trading: where to get in, where to take your profit, and if the trade goes against you, where to stop the loss. Okay, that is it. This tool sends you trades as well. You have access to this as well. Okay, guys, that is the Monero scanner. You get also that. Now we're going to talk about something very exciting here. I'm going to speed up a little bit. We're going to talk about the most sought after, world-renowned stock options educator, a lady that is passionate about what she does, a lady who has been creating 6 and 7 figure income winners yearly, a lady who takes people from beginner level and takes them up to intermediate and advanced. I am so proud right now to be in partnership with Iconic because we have access to none other than Jessica Ramos, guys. Look her here. Oh my gosh, give her a round of applause. Woo! I cannot believe God heard my prayers, right? To take someone to the next level, she made her first $250,000 trading Forex, okay? She left Forex and got into stock options because she says it's more profitable. Now, I've been trading Forex for a while, and I can attest to it that stock options is exceptional. And as well, it's fully regulated, okay? And she is a very dynamic individual. She's a no BS type of teacher, and she's very good at educating. You get access to, and I can show you, ECA, you get access to all of her education right here, guys. All 20 hours of recorded sessions, where you could sit down and binge this for the entire year until you become an incredible trader. You've just been binging the wrong things. Put down the Netflix. unsubscribe from it. Take 1 year of your life and put in something real valuable. And I'm telling you, this might change the rest of your generations if you focus on this properly. She has, guys, she has the credentials, but more importantly, she has the ability to impart knowledge the way that she teaches. She even teaches young kids, guys. Okay? You could even have your kids learning this, sitting down watching the video. Our community right now, some of them have their kids watching the videos instead of watching video games, right? It is exceptional what we're doing in this country. So let's get back to the presentation. So it is normally, guys, $300 per hour. If you do the math for where I am in the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago right now, by multiplied by 7, that's 2,100 TT dollars per hour. The average person cannot afford that. And you have access to this as well in the package. She has an incredible win ratio. Guys, I've never seen her below 90% win ratio. Never. Okay? Incredible win ratio. And she's exclusive to Iconic. So you have access to her as well to learn stock options. But not only stock options, guys. You're learning her strategy because she has people passing funded accounts. She has people trading Forex, futures, all types of stuff with what she teaches. And they have become more successful. That's why I said, here's the space for beginners. You know nothing? Great. Come in and learn from the best. You're intermediate. You're not having that much success. You keep blowing accounts. You're making some money blowing accounts. Great. Come in here, do the stock options, and take a strategy and maximize. You're advanced, but guess what? You can still keep learning if your cup is not full. All right? Very proud to have associations with her. And for me as an experienced trader, I'm telling you right now, she is the best thing after sliced bread. Best thing out there. So we also have IQverse. IQverse is our cryptocurrency platform that is evolving. It's growing. Okay, we will release our app soon, but you could also get trades sent to you from the Solex app. If you pay for the cryptocurrency, if you're interested in that, you could get access to that as well. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to invite someone to share with you their story. This person, I've known them for over 10 years. This person is very, very ambitious. And as you know, a go-getter. She's someone who sees value and she doesn't waste time. She's someone who appreciates value, education. She's someone that, respectable and trustworthy. And I'm glad to see that even at her young, tender age, right, she is still willing to learn. Something that many people, I've noticed, have lost that desire to learn, and that's why they will never earn more in life. That's why it has earn and learn. So if you want to earn more money, you need to make yourself more valuable, learn the skill sets, and there's no age limit to this, guys. No age limit. So on the call, I want to introduce Dinique. Dinique, are you on the call?
Yes,
awesome,
I
Dinique.
certainly
Can you
am.
just share with the guests this evening your experience with Iconic and what you like best about it?
Okay, sure. Good night, everyone. I am Dinique Megu. I'm an affiliate with the company. Just one second. Yes. So I've known Richard for well over 10 years. I've known him for his integrity and what he stands for. Fortunately, I've also known Mr. Haynes, who is the president of Iconic, for well over 10 years also. So I took the opportunity to get on board, although Richard contacted me October 2023. I was a bit busy at that time, but I started the business in March of 2024. So 2023 and before, I was scammed so many times in so many other businesses that I needed to take a break. But when I saw what Iconic was about and what it stands for, I decided, look, I gotta join this because I took 2024, the early part of 2024, to look for something lucrative, something legit, and not knowing what we were in before, where we were giving people money to trade for us. Those were scams. So I took the opportunity to say to myself, look, I gotta learn a new skill. And being my young age, 53 on Wednesday, I really said, I'm getting older and I really need to learn a skill set that could take me through retirement and beyond, right? So 2024, I took it very serious. 2025, even more serious, where I am loving the community. We become so passionate about it because it is so real that is unbelievable sometimes, the community that we are in. I look forward to spreading the word. I've done a TikTok and I've gotten so many people responding because I came out and I told people that this is it now. This is really it. So I look forward to sharing this information to many more people. People are reaching out to me. People are seeing me walking in the mall now and they're saying, hey, you were on TikTok and you're talking about financial freedom and stuff. So it is real, it is legit, and I'm ready to spread the word. I feel honored. I feel proud to be a part of Economy. Iconic. Economy was previous company. But we have a lot to share. Come into this space with an open mindset to learn something that will take you through the rest of your life. No one can take the skill from you. So eventually, if you are working a job, this can lead you into your time freedom. Time freedom equals financial freedom. And you will be able to do this on your own. Or even if you want to do this as a part-time to have extra money to invest in other things. I mean, I have so much on my plate that what I want to do with this. And this is a very lucrative market. So once you get to learn stock options, you could take stock options now, the techniques, and apply that to Forex trading, crypto trading, and you could get better entries by this knowledge that you have gained. So to the people new on this call, you are in for a beautiful change in your life. This is a beautiful community. We are growing together. These are people that I've never known before, that are Richard and Kelly, his wife. And listen, this is such a part of me. Even my husband is saying, you're in the house working on your desk, but like we just don't see it because it's so much I want to do. I want to share. I want to go on top of a mountain and just spread the word because this is so real. Somebody reached out to me on Messenger today and he said he's interested, but the other paragraph he wrote is that he's not interested in a Bitcoin scheme. And I had to school him and tell him, listen to me, you need to just give me 10 minutes of your time to let you know that this is not no scheme or scam. So people, let's move forward, really. We have all been scammed. We know that. We're tired. We've been battered. We've been bruised. Let's just move forward and know what the future has for us. There are legit businesses out there. So let's move on. It's hard to forget, yes, but let's just move on now and plan for a better future. So Richard, I feel honored once again for you reaching out to me in 2023. I wish I'd joined sooner, but such is life. But I'm here now and I'm not letting go. I'm not going anywhere. This is my career now. So thank you.
Thank you.
And have a good night
so much for that. Excellent. And sincere talk for the people to know what's happening. So guys, Dinique is helping a lot of people as well. And she's an inspiration to the community. I want to bring on one more person right now very quickly. She's a stay-at-home mom. And, she's someone who has been scammed too before. But she's a huge inspiration and a huge asset to the community in Trinidad and Tobago, as well as other people in the community. I can't bring on everyone, guys. We have too many successful stories here. And I want to bring on Shakila, who is also an influencer, I'm going to say 1500, which she's going to be. And I'll explain to you what that means as well. But she's someone that went into the stock options bootcamp first. One of the first few people, before even me. And she said, Rich, once you go there, you won't come back. And she's kind of right. She's kind of right about it because it is so valuable. Shakila, are you on the call?
Yes, coach.
Okay, I know that you're having some disruptions with the weather on your side with the internet, but hopefully we could get through this very quickly. Share with people very quickly your experience and what they could look forward to with Iconic.
Okay, great. Guys, just like everyone else, right? I think everybody on this call right now had a bad experience, have been scammed. Just like everyone else, I've been through that also. But for me, it was very important finding an additional source of income because no matter how hard my husband worked, no matter how hard I worked at a 9 to 5, it still wasn't enough. So we needed an additional source of income. So the only option that we have was to find something that works online. Getting paid in US made the difference for us. Now, when I started off, I didn't know anything about trading. I didn't even know the difference between Forex and stock options at that point. I didn't even have the funds to begin, but I made no excuses. I went and I got a loan and then I applied myself. I put in the work, I made sure and plug in, I asked questions, and I made back my investment in the first 2 weeks. Then I ventured off the stock options. I met Jessica, and she has completely changed the game for me, whereas trading is concerned. Her strategy and everything that she taught me is something that will stick with me indefinitely. What we have here is a chance to actually learn a high income skill. And I'm telling you guys, it costs a lot more to learn this kind of skill from a trader on the outside. That is why I find as though at this point I feel like we're robbing the company with the prices that they are charging us to learn this high income skill from multiple educators. It is insane. Guys, I have been a part of Jessica's bootcamp and it has changed my life financially. I remember when I made my first 200 US from a very first trade going live, marking up my chart independently. And it was a game changer because for me, that was my husband's week salary, right? That I made in a couple of minutes. That changed the game because I did this from education that I learned. Nobody came and took my money and promised me no returns. I had to make it work with the knowledge. I had to apply myself. And because I did, I was able to reap the rewards. And then apart from that, right now I'm the highest paid income earner in my household from the comfort of my home as a stay-at-home mom, which is crazy in of itself. Literally making 16,000 TT in a couple of weeks as a stay-at-home mom after being a part of this opportunity. Now I'm saying this to let you guys know I know a lot of people have been burnt and they don't believe a lot of things can be possible, but what we offer here is education strictly. Yes, you can earn while you learn, but we focus on education. We do not recommend anybody coming to just copy and paste. We recommend you taking the time to learn. You're never too old to learn. We have persons at all ages. We have persons that start off that knew nothing about a cell phone or working their technology, and they just came in and applied themselves. So that's all we ask of you. You decide that this is an opportunity that you want to take to learn a high income skill to not only benefit you, but also your children to come because this is something you can now teach them. Then join, become a part of it, and take it seriously. This is going to not just change your life now, but your children's life and your generations to come. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Shakila, so much. And we're going up to the next rank very soon. Both Shakila and Danique are out there, guys. They have been through the services, they see the value, and then they decided, you know what? Then they would share it with people. That might be you too. You don't have to share this with anyone. You could sit in a corner and make the money for yourself. All right, but I'll be selfish. So we encourage sharing here, guys. Now, this is the cost of the package. Let me speed up a little bit. The Elite Pro Pack is the most sought after pack. Everyone is chasing the Elite Pro Pack. It is only, guys, 200 US dollars for the first month and then only 149 a month. Isn't that crazy? I know people who pay 1400 US for other companies just to get in, just to get signed up. And here, that is a whole year subscription to have access to all those services I was sharing with you just now. That is why this company is designed for the, developing world and to impact many lives because the entry barrier is very low. It's very low, but the value you get is so much. Okay, it is so much. That is why we share this aggressively because we know someone could get in for 200 US and get access to some of the best education. Okay, so yes, we have different services, but we have a structure that we do it with. We also have in-person classes too for those of you that want to come out. We facilitate that, right? We're doing this all the way, guys, all the way. So people who might learn slower, that's fine. We have supper this Saturday. You could come out. For 3 hours, the first hour we do a presentation. The next 2 hours we could go into more training when it comes to trading. And the following Saturday we will have UE. So we always every Saturday come out, and the classrooms are getting too small right now because people are waking up and realizing, wow, this thing is real. And thank God that we are out here sharing it. Okay, so 200 US for the first 4 weeks or first month, and then 149 every month thereafter. You get a $50 discount if that wasn't cheap enough already. Okay, so make sure get your package, guys. Get started. Take control of your life. You don't need to point and blame at anyone for anything that happened in your life. You take responsibility now, and you say, listen, enough is enough. I want to learn this. I want to take advantage of this. I want to become more valuable. That is all it takes, So now I want to get into something very quickly, just as we wrap up. This is not mandatory, but it is compulsory. And I'll say that for a reason, guys. If you have multiple bills, and if you are paying for Netflix, which I'm sure every household have Netflix, nearly all, you need to be building yourself a subscription-based model. That is one of the reasons why most people have no money, because they're not taking advantage of how the world is changing and the different models that you can build for yourself. You just need the right vehicle to do it with. So we have a business model here where you could make residual income. People have no clue what residual income is because we are trained to work for money, linear income, 8 to 4. If the world knew how powerful residual income is, that's why those companies are billion-dollar companies. Subscription businesses is the way to go. And you could have an international business because this company is international. So for those of you who are interested, and you don't have to be immediately, but I know you will be interested by the time I share with you the type of money you could make from expanding the company. So for my business people on the call and upcoming business people, we are also helping people and training people properly how to build a long-term residual income. Let me just share with you quickly how much money we made. Okay, I'm open about this. Just from the last 12 months, guys, residual income. It's called sleep money. All right, hang on to your seats. So in the last 12 months, the company paid us almost 50,000 US dollars. Let me say that again. For the last 12 months, the company paid us almost 50,000 US dollars. Yes. Just because we opened our mouth and shared with a few people. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now starting. We haven't started nothing yet. The compensation plan, which is separate money from trading, because you could go and trade and make that in one day. I've made this income, half of this in a month already trading. Let me show you. Right? Our biggest trading month was 26,000 US dollars, guys. And that was last year. One of the biggest trading months, right? That was last year, November, when we were in Dubai. So we were on vacation in Dubai. And because of the skill sets and because of the company and the knowledge we have gained, we have had one of our biggest incomes coming in, where we have been touching 5 figures a month. Before this company, we touched 4 figures, 3,000, 6,000 a month. But this, ladies and gentlemen, has been the line in the sand that has changed the game. So you will be learning this high-paying skill set, and because you're learning it, and we're focused on the education with the community, it is growing organically, and you can be making even more money from the business side as well if you choose to. I'll also share with you that the next sleep money I've been making here is from what's coming up. It's coming, guys, our auto trader. It has done over 35% in the last 22 days. That is hands-free. That auto trader is coming. All right, you will have access to that as well. So it's really going to be learn and earn at the exact same time. But at the end of the day, we want people to be competent enough that if you don't have any form of technology in terms of trading for you, the auto trader, or the Monero scanner or swipe to trade, you could watch a chart and you could read it and you could make money from it, just like speaking English. That is the lost language that many people was never taught, and we're teaching you it here. Okay, so from this business model, the company says, okay, that if you decide to become a business person, a brand ambassador, and share this with someone, because we are less than 200 people right now in Iconic. right here in Trinidad and Tobago. Whatever country you're looking at this call on, you might be in another country, you might be the first. That is called in business first movers advantage. That is how people become millionaires and billionaires, because they got in early. All businesses have that window of opportunity, and that is what you have today. People do not know about us as yet. People do not know how good this thing is as yet. That is what I want to tell you, that you have the opportunity of a lifetime to make an obscene amount of money with us together as we expand, because we are very, very confident and full of conviction what we have here. There's no one that could tell me right now anything in the world, because as a trader, I understand the legal things and the legitimate things in trading. And as someone who has built companies before in different countries, and I've seen different compensation plans, guys, I am telling you, this is the most aggressive one I've ever seen, ever in the last 14 years. I've been building businesses. And it gave me and my wife our freedom and so many people around the world. So if you want to make a change, you have to do something different. But it's more important who you do it with. You have to do it with experienced people, not the neighbor who say, I tried that, it didn't work for me. Run from them. Don't partner up with people who lose. Find the winners, then you win. That's the secret. That's what I did. I found millionaires and rub on their shoulders, and I made a few thousands. Right? Now, let me show you how this works very quickly and we wrap up this call. If you decide to become an ambassador, it's only 30 US, guys. It's only 30 US. So I pay 15 US every month, and they pay me no less than 3 to 4,000 US a month. Okay? And you know what I do with this money? I take some of it, I put it in my trading account, and I trade it and I double it. So we're like ATM machines. My community, we're like ATM machines, because when we get cash, we could put it in our trading accounts and we could grow it even more. So the mindset again has to be right. So what we train people to do, we grow as a community, and we're going to legend organization. That means that we're going to impact 48,000 customers worldwide. That means people are going to be making 500,000 US a month, 250,000 US a month, 120,000 US a month, 60,000 US a month, 24,000 US a month, 12,000 US a month, all the way down to 100 US a month. So we are not aiming as an organization to just get to Icon 12. Icon 12 is just 12,000 US a month. That means no one could be making more than that. We have to have a big goal so everyone could fit into that. So if your thermostat, if your monetary thermostat is, that's too much money, boy, don't worry. You could stay at Influencer 1,000 if you want to. An extra 1,000 US a month, Shakila is loving that. Okay? As an influencer 1,000, that is not even from trading. She has a community that is studying of customers that she's helping, and the company says, wow, thank you for bringing these customers in. They're making money from trading. You have no access to that. They can make 10,000 a day. That's their money. All we're going to pay you for having 36 customers is 1,000 US. That is 8,000 TT dollars extra every month. Residual income. So you got to be around the right people, guys. We are right now on a project to create 20 in the next 90 days, 20 influencer 1,500s, 20 lives we're going to change. Those people that want it to make 1,500 US dollars a month. If that is you and you want to be part of our growing dynamic team focused on education, guys, we want to work with you. If that is not you, it is okay. You could come, use your services, learn to trade, get the value there, and make a ton of money as well. So you have both sides of the fence. You could be on both sides, or you could be on top of the fence and take advantage of everything. I recommend don't leave any money on the table, but don't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. In terms of, let me think of, no, it doesn't work like that. I've never seen successful people iffy. Successful people, they go all in and they destroy it. I've always done that all my life. Go all in with the right people, the right companies, the right environment. And that is a trait successful people have. Okay? So with that being said, guys, I want to congratulate you all for staying on the call. I appreciate your time. I know you're excited about it, but we have a very strong rule. Whoever invited you to the call, Get back to that person. Tell them what you like best. Let them know when you want to get started. We could work a plan with you, what you want to accomplish. When you get started, we have a whole onboarding document, what to do, where to start, take baby steps. And if you have a community or some people you want to invite, sure, we'll present for you. We'll do all the explaining for you. You don't have to explain this to anyone. Okay? You can say the wrong thing to all the right people. We work hand in hand with everyone. And I want to see everyone win, guys, but you have to pull your weight. No guarantees here. No income claims here. But as we wrap up the call, I will see everyone at the top